Hello all, welcome to oratrainings.com. In this session, we'll discuss about how do we schedule an integration, how do we define the ICAL, the integration calendar schedule, and how do we update, delete, start, and stop integration. Now let's see the content. The prerequisite are we require an FTP server where we want to monitor the list of files available in a specific directory, and we want to write that information to a database. So we require native database. The components required for our integration are the first one is the REST trigger connection, FTP connection, ATP connection. We'll be defining an integration of type, schedule type, and no input parameter and no output parameter. This is the configuration for the REST trigger connection. You can observe here REST connection OT is our trigger connection name, and the role is just a trigger, no authentication mechanism considered for this one. And now the FTP connection, you require to provide the host details, host port, security credentials, username, and password. Similarly, for the ATP connection, and you can observe here this ATP connection is of role type trigger and invoke, which is based on Oracle database. And you need to, in our case, I considered the security policy JDBC or SSL based on the wallet password, username, user schema name, and password. So these are the three connections which we require. And this is the sample integration which we'll be designing in our demo today. So what are we trying to do is we are designing an integration. We are designing an integration of schedule type. We are trying to read all the files which are available in a specific FTP directory. If the files available greater than 0, nothing but I have more than 0 file in a specific directory, then what we want to do is we want to perform the insertion about the number of files available in that particular directory into database table. And so, what frequency on what frequency this particular integration will run is, it depends upon how do we define our schedule. It can be a minute, it can be hour, it can be a day, it can be a month, whatever way we define, yes, it will work like that. So this is a sample table we are considered, like a raw file log, which have 3 columns: serial number, creation date, file count. Okay. And now coming to the schedule types, right? So generally I can say only 2 types, but third one is automatically, like if based on your English expression, natural language expression, it will generate the ICAL expression also. So basically there are only 2 types. One is simple schedule, we call it as, other one is ICAL schedule. In the simple schedule, the minimum frequency is 10 minutes, and you can schedule it based on hours, minutes, days, weeks, and months. And similarly for the ICAL schedule, you need to write an expression, and that can be, you can also write in a natural language text, so it will generate the ICAL expression also. It supports like daily, month, days, week, and month, and it supports till the minute also, till the minute level also. Minimum is 1 minute it will support. And this is sample ICAL schedule for like a run when designing the schedule using ICAL in a natural language text. You can just mention here. You can see the example here. Run the schedule every 2 weeks on Friday at 11 p.m. You can see that the ICAL expression generated here. Frequency is equal to weekly. Interval is 2, and by day, Friday by hour 23. Right. So this is how it will work. And now these are the key details of the information of the schedule. So as I said, you have a frequency limit of 10 minutes for the basic and 1 minute for ICAL. Seconds is not considered, nothing but, so you can't schedule an integration based on a seconds consideration. Schedule can be edited if it is in stop mode, not in pass mode. Deletion of schedule is also possible. You can track the instances. Let us say you have a integration and which is scheduled, and how do you know whether this is particular instance is running and what are the future runs, when it will run the next, right? All those things you can see it. And this, let us say on a particular instance, on a particular integration, you have done your schedule. And if you want to import or export, will it work? Yes. Using your archive, the way you export your integration, the schedule information is also exported with the IAR file itself. And these are the keywords of the schedule, like a frequency, by month, day, by hour, by minute, and interval. And you can see here the screenshot here. You can have a recurrence based on a simple or ICAL. You have a from, and nothing but like a from period and to period until. And ICAL expression, you can see here, this is schedule, this is how it will look like. And if you want to define a schedule, what you have to do, you can go to your integration of type schedule, click on the 3 dots, click on schedule, and then you can see the schedule if it is already available. If not, you have to define it. And if it is already available, you will have an option called pass or stop. You can click on either pass or stop based on your requirement. You can, let us say, if you want to edit it, you have to stop it and then you can perform edit of your schedule. And if you want to see the future runs, right? So you can see the future runs. Now for this example, in this integration, I could see here, this particular schedule is running for every 4 times in a given hour, nothing but 15 minutes per given hour, right? So now let us go to the instance and let us design our integration now. So this is a existing one, which we'll see that one by one, and then we'll design. So schedule type integration here in this invoke activity, you can see here, we are just listing the files which are available in a specific directory. So 2025 inbound EMP, reading all the files. And then in the switcher activity, what are we doing is, if at all, if the item count is greater than 0, and then we are performing the insertion of the line, I mean the count, just a file count. And let's see the run a SQL statement. This is a SQL command which we are want to consider. I'll just make a note here. This is a SQL command, and here the serial number we are inserting a sequence value, and current date we are inserting sys date, and file count we are inserting the file count which we are getting from the invoke activity of list files. Okay, so now we'll just design this integration right away. So I'll just go here, click on create, and here we have to select schedule, and I'll just mention it as underscore test, create. And now here, the first thing is we want to list the files, right? So list files is available in the FTP connection OT. This is my FTP connection. So invoke activity for FTP connection. List files in FTP. And yeah, so here, select the operation as list files, and mention the directory here. I'll just mention here, input directory. File pattern, I'll just go with star.star, no specific consideration. Continue, finish. So this particular invoke activity will provide the list of files which are available. And then after that, we want to consider the count, and based on that, we want to perform the insertion operation. So I'll just consider a switcher activity now. Click on switch. And here in the list file response, get the list file response. Here you'll get the item count. If item count is greater than 0, right? So this is my condition for the switch activity. And then I want to perform the insertion, or nothing but I just want to insert a record. I'll show you that the table. We want to insert these kind of columns like a serial number, creation date, and file count. 3 columns. Now click on this, and here we'll call our ATP connection OT. Insert log info. And we'll run a SQL statement. And here we got the statement already, right? So if at all, if you want to bind any parameter, it has to be prefixed with hash. That's a concept. And also observe carefully, for every column, you have to have a separator. No extra spacing. You should not give any extra space after column, else it will not work. Mention the insert statement. Make sure that you click on validate query. If it is good, then only we can proceed to next step, else we can't proceed further. Continue and finish. And now for this particular statement, we require one mapping, that is a file count. So click on the map, edit, file count. So these are bind parameters. And from the list file response, we'll get the file count. So expand that item count, map to file count. Validate. Primary business identifier. Let's set some value now here. Now our integration is ready for activation. So here, if you observe, it says clearly no schedule is defined for this integration, right? Now let us say I'll just activate it. And also I want to stop the schedule of the existing integration, so that we'll understand which integration is running, right? So I'll just click on schedule on the existing integration, which I already defined. I'll simply click on stop. And then we'll come back to the latest integration, which we have designed now. So this is the latest integration, which is ending with underscore test. It clearly says that no schedule defined and it is new and the status is active. The integration status is active, but there is no schedule defined. So if there is no schedule defined, is it possible for us to run? Yes, we can run it, right? So click on the icon, click on run. And now, as there is no schedule defined, when you just click on run, it will run in ad hoc manner, nothing but at this point of time, for this request, it will simply run it. And then there is no feature run defined for it, right? So now just go back to this one. You can observe it should be having a new record. Let's see. Right? So the 88 record which got inserted just now. Now let us concentrate on the schedule part. So here, how do we define a schedule on the integration? Click on this icon, click on add schedule. Why is it showing add schedule? Because there was no schedule defined so far. So click on add schedule. Now here you can go with either simple expression or ICAL. And frequency you mentioned, how do you want to define the frequency? Let us say hours and minutes for every hour, and let us say for every 10 minutes. So minimum is 10 minutes per year. Okay. Let us say if you want to define for 1 minute, let us see what does it say. It will not allow. Simple, right? So if it is 10 minutes, yes, it allows. And now until, so indefinite, right? Let us, I don't want to run indefinitely. I just want to run this integration on a like a till maybe tomorrow, right? But till 26, I want to run it. So I'll just define like that. Till 26 December, I want to run it. And for every 10 minutes, I want to run it. So now if I just click on save, yes. So this particular schedule got saved. Okay, it says it's already saved. That's why it is giving a warning. Yeah, I'll just go back. There's unsaved changes. Yes. Yeah. Our schedule got saved. So as of now, it is not showing any schedule. Let us click on start. And now let us see what happens now. Now, if you observe, it is clear that, right? So it is scheduled the integration for every 10 minutes, like maybe now the current schedule is about to run in the 9 minutes. And the next schedule is after 19 minutes, like plus 10, it is getting added up, right? And this is how it shows a list of schedules of the feature instances which it is having. Okay, this is for a simple schedule. Let us now, I want to modify the schedule. Now I'll just go back to the integration, right? Now at this point of time, you can observe the status here. For this particular integration, the schedule is running. The schedule is running. Okay, now here, click on this icon. And here, now if you observe earlier, we have seen add schedule. Now it is simply showing schedule. Click on schedule. It shows the schedule which is currently available. If at all, if you want to pass it, simply click on pass, and it will ask you whether you want to confirm the pass. Yes. Now the pass, the schedule is passed. It does not show any future schedules as of now. Go back here and you can see the status. It says passed. If at all, if you want to restart, click on this icon, click on schedule and click on resume. So now it is asking whether you want to resume. Yes, I want to resume. Now we can see here the schedule got resumed and it simply got getting started up where it got stopped, right? Now, if at all, if you want to edit schedule, you don't see that. If at all, if you want to delete schedule, yes, you can delete the schedule right away from here. Delete schedule. If at all, if you want to edit the schedule, the only option is you have to click on stop and click on this icon, or maybe you can see here, right? Edit. Yes, you can edit it. Now, coming to the ICAL expression, right? So you can simply mention in an English language format, or as if at all, if you're aware of the ICAL expression, yes, you can mention that. So as we have seen in our slides, right? Let me get that sample. Yeah. So let us say, I'll just go with like this, run daily for every 50 minutes. Let's try. Will it work or not? Frequency is daily by minute. Yeah, you can observe 0, 14, 15, 16. And yes, perfect. So now click on save. Now go back. And now we'll start. So the schedule got modified and it should be now every 15 minutes, right? Yes, perfect. So we were able to see it got updated for every 15 minutes now. Now coming to the next one, let us say I have defined my schedule in one instance and I want to consider the same schedule to the other instance, right? If you just observe here, I'll just click on export. So this will generate our IR file. Take this IR file. So this is our latest IR file. Right click here, show more option. It is nothing but an archive, right? So you can just use 7-zip and extract to a folder. Now we can see the IR file, it has ICS package, and you can see the schedule also. The schedule, the one which we have defined, will be an XML file. Yes, this will have all the information, whatever we define for our schedule. Okay. So what I mean to say is, like, what are the schedule which you have defined, which will get, it will get migrated with your integration stuff. Okay. So we have seen an option of editing, stopping, and we can see now we'll see the option of deleting the schedule also. Let us try that. So click on delete schedule. So it says that schedule is an active state. It can be deleted only when it is cancelled state. So let us say you want to stop it, stop the schedule. And now click on delete schedule. Schedule was deleted successfully. Go back. Now you'll see an option, no schedule defined, right? So this is how we can make a consideration of schedule. How do you want to define? How do you want to delete it? How do you want to stop it? How do you want to delete it also? Okay, thank you.